What are you fixing down here?
A cookie.
Oh, nice.
Yum!
Right off the ground.
Do a sound check.
Sound check. Sound check.
We are the Bryles.
Flowers.
The Bryles. We are a family of 3, soon to be. We are a family of 4. Last week we showed you guys kind of our process of picking out our bus and why we did that. And this week we are going to take you on the journey of us trying to get the bus ready for that van life vibe. Vibes? If vibe.
Our vibe. You'll see it.
So we wanted to live off-grid, we wanted to have solar, we wanted to figure out our water and our waste management so that we could live out in nature, so that we could have places like this as our daily backyard. We needed to do personal homey touches on the inside, and we had just under 2 weeks to do that. We hope that you enjoy watching what could totally be a hot mess.
Brought my glasses with me for today's class. So the sun gives power to our panel, and our panel goes straight down to what we call a charge controller to more or less prepare it and control its flow into the batteries. Now the batteries are like your bank. This is what stores all your power. And then from there, your batteries send power to what's called an inverter. This is what inverts battery power into house power. So all your battery power goes through an inverter, and that's wired to our bus, and now we can plug stuff in. Now that we're all solar experts, let's get to work.
For my end of things, the inside was pretty like dark, really dark cabinets, dark, trim. The backsplash was like a dark blue. It A, wasn't my style, and B, just felt not homey. I really wanted to brighten things up.
The first segment of this build began on the roof. In order to know how many panels we could place above, I cut a piece of cardboard to size and used Photoshop to measure the real estate we had on the roof. Once our 8 200-watt solar panels arrived and I finished my wiring diagrams, they were ready to be put on the roof.
I enlisted the help of my sister and my brother-in-law, Michael, and also my dad ended up helping us paint. It was just a lot, and it was a lot more than I thought. I kind of thought, oh, there's like only a couple rows of cabinets, like we should be able to get this done. Like who even thinks about like remodeling a kitchen in like the span of 10 days? Okay, so we are currently painting the bathroom. The paint bucket almost fell. It's very tight in here. This is my sister. Between our Blair Witch Project hanging of the doors and my brother-in-law's perfectly positioned head towel, we were able to crank out all the cabinet doors. You know what they say, teamwork makes the dream work. Hello. Hi.
Similar to the roof, I cut out pieces of cardboard again to see how my components would fit inside my power bay. Once this game of Tetris was complete, it was time to switch old green with new blue. One of the more tedious facets to this project involved measuring, cutting, and sizing cables to connect all my components together. However, heat shrinking my lugs to my cables became an oddly satisfying step in the process. Once all my components were in the power bay and all my lugs and cables were crimped, it was time to put everything together.
We also, and by we, I mean my brother-in-law, also took down this like weird tile finish that was in the kitchen, and he made it like this really beautiful sage green shiplap wall that surrounds this mirror that was already mounted there that we really couldn't take out. And that green kind of ties in the green from Everest's bedroom. So it just feels like really cohesive and beautiful and a lot more bright. One of my favorite parts of the whole thing ended up being this backsplash. It was not hard to put on at all, and it just really brightened up the kitchen and made it feel more like a home.
The first official hole in our house. As I got into the nitty-gritty of all the wiring, I also got in my car several times to go to Home Depot. We leave in approximately 32 hours. Those are sticky notes of all the things we need to do, and we're not even close.
As Blake was dying on the outside, we were running out of time trying to finish up the inside. My mom had made these amazing couch cushions. Unfortunately, they were a total bust because I decided that beige and hand-sewn was a good idea with a 2-year-old. It was not. But my mom did an amazing job anyway, even though they had to be replaced shortly thereafter. Meanwhile, 4-legged and 2-legged children were having the time of their lives. We were making a final push. It was a whole thing, but it was super fun, and I think it was super worth it because I love the look now. There are a few things, of course, that we have to finish, but I think overall it just really brings a little piece of home with us everywhere we go.